that South Africa's economic problems are structural and deep. Investors and officials from the World Economic Forum were helping him to throw around ideas at a World Economic Forum roundtable event in Johannesburg today. Nompu Siziba, our fellow anchor, was there and spoke to Finance Minister Nhlanhla Nene. She started by asking him if he welcomes this meeting and what South Africa hopes to get out of it.
Absolutely. This meeting was conceived in January when our president, who was deputy president then, met with Professor Schwab at the World Economic Forum in Davos, and they agreed that in the build-up to building and stimulating our economy, there should be a meeting of this nature, and indeed it has come to fruition. It is also a precursor to our upcoming investor conference coming up later in the year. We've brought together here business, we've brought together all stakeholders, and about 15-20 ministers, and we will be participating in what we call task forces, where we will be discussing different topics that all talk directly to stimulating the economy and responding to the president's call for the $100 billion US dollar investment. And we think this is indeed one of those building blocks and an important milestone in that in pursuit of that particular goal, in order to address our serious challenges of unemployment, of poverty and inequality. And I think we are on the right track.
Minister, you know, people always worry about the fact that for so long South Africans have been talking about the challenges, but we don't seem to be making headway in cracking the challenges. Are you hopeful that this meeting will help us get that bit further?
Indeed, this meeting is but one of those building blocks, as I said, but this actually adds on to what is already happening in the country. And earlier in the press briefing, I spoke of some of the green shoots that we are beginning to see as a result of our investment drive. We've seen how partnerships between government and the private sector have worked, ranging from the Youth Employment Service Initiative with the fund that came out of the Chief Executive's initiative of R1 billion to build the small medium enterprises. We've seen how some of the investors have actually started turning their attention back home. We just welcomed Old Mutual back into South Africa a few days ago, bringing back about $10 billion US dollars into the country. We were at Mercedes-Benz with the president, where there is an expansion of another 10 billion rands this time, but also with a possibility of creating another 2 billion rands business opportunities for the people around in the East London area. So there are quite a number of these opportunities that are now beginning to take shape and are actually a direct response to this. And I think we should take advantage of also the confidence that actually the new administration has actually brought into the fore. And we actually think this is the time for us to stop talking about the plans that we have, but implementing them, and this is but one of those building blocks as well.
Well then, despite fall